Hello, everyone. This is Indy with the WorkTalk Series, and today we will be talking about business assets within Workday. A lot of customers who have financials, they use business asset for both business asset tracking as well as business asset accounting, which is more of a accounting side of depreciation and managing of the assets. But believe it or not, a lot of customers miss out on the functionality on the HCM where you can use Workday if you have HR that comes within the SKU for the tracking of the assets, where you can assign assets to workers. And during the onboarding process, you can assign things like laptops, cell phones, badges, even software licenses, and also manage it to assign it to locations and use it in the offboarding process. This is one of the cool things where HR and finance kind of the functionality of Workday works the best. If down the line, if you're not currently using Workday financials, that can come in handy. So let's take a look at it. I'm logged in as Teresa Serrano. So if I go to the profile, and on the left hand side, I'm going to scroll down, move the screen a little bit here to the right. And here you can see that this particular item on the profile is configured with the business assets, and you can see which assets are assigned or issued out to the worker. So issuing is the terminology that we use. The way to do it, how to add this, let's take a look at it. So we are going to go here, configure profile group. That's it has. And within that, we are going to, I believe it's worker, company, yep, company property for worker profile. So once you go in here, this is where you can assign that particular report, and this is tied to the profile. And if we go in, this is advanced report. So advanced report that can be edited as well, and added onto the configure profile group through company profile, company property for workers profile. Then this will allow you to pull that on the worker profile. So you can, even workers can use that as self-service, where you can allow workers to see what items are required. And few items are required in that scenario. So of course, when we are dealing with the setup, we have to make sure the assignable roles are there. We have to assign the business asset tracking specialist role. We can take a look at that. Maintain assignable roles, standard have, and then take a look at move screen onto the side. Sorry about that. All right, so here's the business asset tracking specialist assigned on the company and company hierarchy. There are some role-based security groups we have to maintain as well. And then finally, you also do domain and business process security policy. We have to, you know, maintain those as well. They are configured, and details I can provide in the setup as well, or on the newsletter. But if we want to look at the security group, so that's the group business asset tracking specialist, and here you can see what are all the permissions are required from the domain security policy perspective for the reports and the domain items, as well as we can see where we have the business process security policy assigned to that particular um, security group as well. So it's quite a bit, but in this tenant we do have financials. But keep in mind, this will allow you to be used if you have HCM, and then on the HCM we can use the business asset tracking functionality. So let's see. Once we have all of those things, we have seen the domains that we have, and we will also look at the business process. So if I go to BP of asset registration, and then you can configure it. First two steps are required, but other ones they're more for the accounting side of the house, and we can use those for now. So then business asset is not registered, came from receiving, and then this action step going to business asset tracking specialist. So that's just an overview, but planning to put some of the details in the newsletter. Do check that out. In addition to this, we do have to add the spend categories. We can configure the spend categories that can be used to assign to the assets, like computers and so forth. Locations. One of the things that is important when we are looking at this is if your locations are defined per the assets. Down the road, if you're implementing financials, and not only just for workers, location can be used for business assets as well. And you have to set up the sequence generator, so the business assets can leverage a sequence generator. We also have the business asset removal reasons. If you have to remove it or transfer it, you are able to do that as well. And custom fields can be used on this, even though you might be using a full-fledged asset management system, which is could be outside of Workday. But having this process and assigning to the workers can add tremendous value, because it will enable you to track the assets on onboarding and offboarding, and also you can further expand this if you're using tools like Extend, if you are in the industry where you have to tightly monitor those type of things. Hope you guys like like this quick review, but I have more details coming in the newsletter as well, and I'll be sharing those details the group. And don't forget, this is available for the HCM customers. You don't have to have full financials for this. This does come in the HCM SKU, business asset tracking. Thank you.